So in this video, we will start by adding some of Megascan assets. And these Megascans, they are 3D scanned assets. And since they are scanned from real world, they have all of these imperfections, all of these properties that you cannot simply get with a modeled and then make yourself your own textures. So this gives you a higher realism to your renders. So, and also when you are downloading them, they come with all the textures, the LODs. This is very important because they come with more optimized versions of the model, of the 3D model, with less polygons. And so it's faster when you are working with them inside Lumion. So here you can see some examples of the materials. It's very, very high quality. You do need a subscription for this, but if you are using, for example, with Unreal Engine, now they allow you to use for free all of those assets. But if not, I think you can get for about 20 euros a subscription to be able to download all these assets. So you can browse through the site all of the assets that they have, but what I would recommend you to do is to download their software called Bridge. And once you do that, it's here, already downloaded, installed. And once you do that, you can search here for all the assets. They are categorized by surfaces. Surfaces are textures. By decals, 3D assets, plants, imperfections, replacements. So we have all of this, and we also have by collection, so it's category. So you can just go here and let's say you are looking for something very specific, type of environment, urban, natural, or even it's very well categorized. So you can just search here what you need. Grass, for example. Let's see. So all the types of grass, and when you do this, let's see, for example, for some asset, can be this. When you are here, and imagine that this is the one that you want, you click, you can preview it here, you can even zoom in and just look if this is exactly the model that you want. Also, you have the scale. This is very important. See, this closed means that you don't have any open polygons, and the scale is also important, so you know more or less until where you can scale your object, so it doesn't look too blurry, the texture then. Download settings. Here you have the LODs, so you have the high poly source that you can download, is the highest resolution. So about these LODs, I'll show you here an example from documentation of Unity. So when you have LOD 0, LOD 1, LOD 3, the further the camera is, it starts replacing those models for something that is with less triangles, and since the camera is further away, you don't really notice. So, but for us in Lumion, what is interesting to use is that, for example, if we know that our render will be, our camera will be here and the object is here, so it means that you can use a lower version of it, because we will never notice this high amount of polygons. So we can choose a low poly one, and it will be much faster to work inside Lumion. So going back here to Bridge, let's go for a surface, for example. Okay, if you can preview all the maps here as well. And what we need to do is select the resolution that we want, and then we select the albedo, the normal map, and the gloss. This is all we need for Lumion. If you use Lumion 10.3, which allows you already to use your own displacement maps, then you can also select displacement. I think all the textures here have displacement, so, and then hit download. And when you do, you can just do exactly the same process that I showed you from a texture used from Polygon. So it will be something like this. You go to Photoshop, you head over to the file that I gave you, the exporter, and you select the albedo, the gloss, and the normal. And you import them into the respective folders. And you just hit export all, and then we import to Lumion, okay? And I'll go to my import. Now I have a folder called Megascans. In these Megascans, I'll go to 3D models, and I have this high and LOD. For now, I'll use the LOD 0 because as you can see, it's but to be much faster to import. And I'll put this here, and I'll just name this like this. Okay, so I'm gonna put this here, and I'm gonna import another one. So we can import all of them already. Again, the same thing, the same folder. Try to have your project organized. And same one. Okay. So now we have these assets. I'm going to make them like this so you can see them better. Now let's add materials to these Megascan assets. So let's go to Material, Standard, and let's select on the Megascans folder the same folder for each same asset. So this one is this RGFOW. So this is the same folder, and put all the texture files. Select albedo, and so it's all gray because Lumion puts this gray color. So let's just remove it, and doesn't look super nice yet because we have this automatic normal map that doesn't have even the gloss map. So now what we'll do, we'll go again to Files, Megascans, the same folder, and select this one. Okay, now it's looking much better. See? Okay, let's do this for this one here as well. Okay, so now what I usually do with these assets, I just move them like this. For example, I rotate, and then I scale them. For example, like this. I move them to be more with the ground, integrated with the ground. Then let's see, this one can go like this. In the rotation, I also change the pitch like this, and then just then duplicate them and just rotate them, and you have new asset almost. Let's see, like this, and just the pitch, and the bank can be like this, and then down a little bit. Okay, we have these things showing up, but don't worry about it, because after this we're going to start adding some grass elements, so that will cover all of these areas. Like this, it's okay. Now this last one, I'll rotate it and scale it as well. This one I can scale like this and make it lower. Okay, just again the pitch more or less like this, to try to match the inclination of this part here. Okay, now I'll just duplicate this one. Duplicate a lot, just try to fill all these holes that will start showing up. But if you see, if you put them together and then you, even from the render, you already will not tell that this is one part and this is another part, so it will be fine. But if you start putting some other elements like this grass or some extra rock assets, you'll see that it will be not noticeable at all, this that they are different assets. Now let's see how this is looking in our render. Okay, so we still have a lot of room to cover. Okay, we just covered a little bit. Let's continue. Okay, let me see how it looks. All right, let's make a render of this. All right, it's looking good. You see, we have practically all the areas covered. We don't see almost any of those intersections, but we'll still cover some of this. So we can even break, for example, we see that this rock is repeating a lot. So we'll just cover up a little bit with some assets from some plants, grass. So all of those elements will help to break this. So we already have here some assets that I like. This one, let's go here to nature, and let's just copy this one here. So let's try to, with this one, cover up a little bit of this rock. Just gonna scale it a little bit and move it here. Okay. Actually, it's too much in the air now. Let's just leave it like this. Okay, I'm going to duplicate this one more here. Change a little bit the hue and the saturation. Lower. Okay. And just one more time. Can be here. If you double click on the asset, it will just zoom into this specific asset, so it's convenient when you want to just work on it. Like this. Okay. Now let's start to add some grass. I have here some simple grass. It's called simple grass. Very easy. And let's start putting it here. This one, let's make it a little bit lower so it's not floating in the air. Let's make it a little bit more brownish color. And let's duplicate it because you want a lot of this here. Don't worry too much when it's going in the middle of the rock. You will not notice so much in the render. Okay. Actually, wait, let me just increase its size. Let's see how it looks so far. Okay, we see we have a lot of grass here, but we are forgetting this area. So let's go back. And we still have this one here, so I'm going to duplicate this one and put it right here. Okay, let's see now. So now it's covered. I think it's gonna look much better. Yep, no, so you cannot tell that this is exactly the same assets repeated all over again. So you see how with just 3 assets, we created this mountain scape a little bit.